Universal Champion Seth Rollins now. He says that the only way to end The Fiend is to beat The Fiend. Don't you dare, Vince. Don't do it. There's only one man who should be beating The Fiend, and his name is Hulk Hogan when it comes crashing. Anyway, it's time for a Falls Count Anywhere match, and Seth Rollins is taking on Bray's old pal, his little buddy, his big buddy, his very big buddy. Eric Rowan versus Seth Rollins, Falls Count Anywhere, and this one quickly spills to the outside, and then through the crowd, up the stairs to the backstage area. But then Seth Rollins gets all scared. He locks himself behind a door and he's taunting Eric Rowan through the little window. So Eric Rowan finds Luke Harper, his best buddy, gets Luke Harper's scarf that he always wears, wraps it around his hair, and just punches through the glass. It was wrong show. This was nowhere near as good. In all seriousness, there were some pretty cool moments here, but it all did feel a little bit sterile. The moments that spring to mind, I guess, them brawling backstage and then trashing the merch area, and then Rollins getting put through the table. And then we went to break and we come back and they're all of a sudden down at ringside again. They must have pegged it down there in those 3 minutes. This ringside action doesn't last long though. They head up the ramp, and then something that I thought was really, really cool actually. Seth Rollins sets Eric Rowan up for a curb stomp on the announce table, nails it, pins him, Rowan kicks out at 2. I love that. Like, I was worried about Eric Rowan getting immediately lost in the shuffle on Monday Night Raw, especially after the tag match at TLC. I wasn't too optimistic about his future on Monday nights. But now, he's in a match with the Universal Champion and he's kicking out of a curb stomp. I like that a lot. They end up backstage once more, some weapon shots and all sorts of stuff. But then Seth Rollins gets in a forklift and pins Eric Rowan with it. Shades of Rock and Foley from Halftime Heat. 20 years ago, nobody's gonna remember it. He pins him with the forklift with a pallet on it. 1, 2, 3, Seth Rollins is the winner. Rollins then comes back out on the ramp. He stands on the announce table. He's posing. The crowd are actually cheering him. Good job, Missouri. And this was an enjoyable match. It gets a B+. I'm really glad that they're pushing the whole Rollins is the fightingest of the fighting champions thing, because I think that's how maybe you can turn the audience back onto Rollins a little bit, as long as he stays off Twitter. And Eric Rowan, as I say, pretty big rub for him here. The only way that Eric Rowan could be taken down is with the help of a really, really big, heavy bit of machinery. So that's cool as well. AJ Styles versus Humberto Carrillo is up next, and another impressive